Hey guys and gals, and hope you had a good weekend. I picked up about 3 weeks-ish ago, I'm not exactly sure, I'd have to look at my receipts, the Ijoy EXo XL tank. It has the new XL-C2 coil I was excited about. It's like a dual horizontal coil, much like an RDTA style, 40 to 80 watts, supposed to be like a nice flavory goodness coil. They toned down the chimneys much smaller in this. The airflow is much more restricted, so leading this to be a flavor tank. Unfortunately, I went through 2 coils. It took me 2 weeks to get the other coil, the XLC2 coil. After priming, it just wouldn't vape. I put it in the limitless tank. It wouldn't saturate itself enough to actually get a really good vape off of. I did pull a couple good hits. If they get that coil to work, it's actually really good. It was a good flavor coil when I jerked directly onto it. But alas, it's an RDTA style fucking coil, so that kind of shit the bed on me. So they also give you an XLC4 coil. The same one from the Limitless fits in this thing. I put it in. I actually enjoyed the XLC4 coil less in this tank because it's a flavor tank. The airflow is much smaller. The chimney is much smaller. So I'll show you. I'll hit it at 100 watts. This is the 50 to 215 coil. It's an Oak Lake Cloud. I could have cleared out the room at 120 in the Limitless with that. And I think I would have got the flavor's good. I just like it better. It's not designed for this. It's designed for that. They just throw it in because instead of giving you, two of the C2 coils, or 2 C2 coils and a C4 coil, they give you 1 and 1. No RDTA kit. And so this is kind of like a bummer for me because the tank is really nice. I got the blue one. It didn't do much for me. I was like, this is kind of like, fucking you hit a home run with the Limitless and you fucking bunted strike 3 in the EXo tank. So, like I said, it's not bad. Just I'm used to that coil in that tank, and it's not really doing it for me on this. Just a little bit about the tank. It's a 26 millimeter, 26 millimeter wide, 5 ml tank. So it's a little bit wider than the original by 1 millimeter, and it's the same exact tank as the other one. They just restricted the airflow on the chimney. It's about 2 inches. I measured in the tank. It's like 2 1/8 once it's screwed down. So it's it's average size, I guess. It's a little shorter than the Limitless. This one I got the kit I got was $30 on my vapor store. Now for $30, all I got the tank, I got a replacement glass, a parts kit, and 2 coils, the C4 and the C2. No RDTAs. There's 3 different decks. They didn't give you one in this. I figured it would come with one for $30, but it didn't. You can buy those separately if you want. So I can't honestly review those. But, they give you the Delrin drip tip. It's wide, but, not on the super wide side. I'll go to the table. I'll break the tank down just in case you decide to buy this and give it a whirl, because everybody's coil can't not work. There's going to be a bunch of them out there that work, some of them that don't. I unfortunately got the ones that don't work. But, I mean, as far as the looks aside and the tank itself, it's kind of right now, it's going to sit there and be a fucking ornament on my with my other tanks. It'll actually go, I got a second level of tanks that I really don't use much anymore. It's probably going to go down there. And I'll probably pick up another C2 coil about 2 months down the line and re-review just the coil if it'll work, just like the Ornate. So I'll bring my laptop over to the table and I'll show you guys what this thing's made out of. Since some of you guys really like your box porn, this is the EXo XL tank, what it'll come in. I've seen this before with Ijoy. They give you the psychedelic colors. They give you a rundown on what you're going to get and your barcode. You have your scratch and check. And it tells you, you can follow them on Facebook or the Instagram. So what's in the box? Well, what's in the box is, if you take that out, you would have had your tank here, your XLC4 coil here. You got your extra glass, and they give you a goodie bag. The goodie bag does have a 510 drip tip adapter in it. And they give you some extra O-rings. Let me bring a little more light over here. So let me show you the real meat and potatoes. I mean, you've all seen this. This is the XL-C4 coil. So that's you know, that's, you can look at my other Limitless video if you really want to know more about that one. But now here it is. I put the C2 coil in there. I'm just going to blur this out one more time because I want to get a little extra up close. See, now you could just, you would be able to, if I can, you could pop that. That comes right out. I can't do it now because my hands are slippery as shit from the juice on this thing. That would pop right out in your drip tip. Hold on. There you go. I use teeth. That'll pop out in your, you know, give it a little more light. What do you say? There you go. So you would have your, you could put your drip tip adapter in there, or your Delrin. So now if you wanted to refill this guy, same as the original, you have that very, very extra deep well, which I do really like about these Ijoy tanks. It just makes filling, you know, you don't need a needle tip. You get that fat tip and shove it right in there, because we all know we love to shove fat tips in places. So now if you want to take this apart, oh, before I do that, I skipped the airflow, guys. So that's it. There's your airflow. You know, they got away from that that totally open bottom that they had here, and that's they give you a little stamping on the bottom of the tank if you're interested in that. Designed by Ijoy. So this is the coil I was telling you about. You can see inside it is a 2 horizontal wraps, and they do give you ample wick holes. Ah! You see you got 2 there, and then on the roundabouts you'll have 2 there, and you can see it's the XL C2 coil with maybe less lighting on this, but you can see what I'm talking about. 40 to 80 watt coil. You have in here, it's not as deep as we're used to with these, because it's not a cloud chaser tank. It's built to be a more robust flavor, we'll say. You know, and not a pure flavor tank, a more robust flavor. And this cage will come out. I think I loosened it enough. Did I? I don't know if I loosened this enough. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. You can clean that out. That'll pop out, and there you go. You're good to go. They make that a nice little brass / gold plated. You put it back together and vape on, my friends. So it's you know, it's a beautiful tank. I think the quality is really second to none, but unfortunately, if it ain't, see, I'm gonna put the C4 coil back in there. Unfortunately, you know, that coil is not vaping right for me, the C2. So we're gonna, if I do decide to go back to it, I want to have a nice C4 coil in there. But you know, nice tank. Just that C2 coil really fucking ruined this one for me. So, and that's that. And now we'll go to my final thoughts, which should be fun. Okay, so overall, and before, if I forgot to mention, I am doing the fucking Green Goblin in here, which is one of my more favoriteest juices. So overall, if you had the C2 working, I think this would have been an awesome tank, because that initial hit I got off it was very good. The C4 coil does not, to me, this is just my fucking opinion, it doesn't belong in this tank. You don't take a coil that's built on air, you know, and put it in a restricted tank. It's not going to work right. And it doesn't work right for me in here. And you could dumb it down, whatever you want to do in the video, but this coil makes, the XLC4 makes no fucking sense in here. Would you put a Q4 in a fucking Baby Beast? No, you wouldn't, because that's just dumb. You know, you put a Baby Beast coil, that's what it's designed for. It's designed for more flavor and restricted airflow like this. So, this has been kind of a sucky experience, obviously, for me. But the tank itself, I mean, there really wasn't any leaks, you know, but, you know, no problems really with the tank at all. The construction of it's pretty good, but, I mean, if it's not vaping right, as I always say, what the fuck's the point, you know? So I hope whoever got it, oh, ended up to 120. So if whoever got it, hopefully you're having a much better time with this than I did. If you do buy it, I hope you have a much better time than I did and your coil works fine and you're just vaping your fucking brains out. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, no rebuildable kit. You know, I can't even try that out. No C2 coil. It's kind of, you know, kind of like a waste. So, alright guys. I'll try to make the next one happier. You know, I just want to let you know what I went through with this thing. Hopefully I'm sure other people are out there vaping their brains out. But I'm gonna hit you up with maybe a triple feature today. I got the Mila RT25. That's happy times. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you didn't subscribe, you know where it is. I don't have to point it out. You don't need a guide dog to find it. It's right there. So you guys have a lovely day, and I'm gonna go grab the Mila RT25 and come back for some happy times.